everyone, this is Amanda at Amanda's Booktopia. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. And today I have my April book haul for you guys. I was expecting another one, but I don't know if it's coming this month just because, honestly, I don't know. Let me check the tracking on it because I don't think it's here. Yeah, I'm not getting it anytime soon. I probably won't get it till May. It hasn't even been shipped out yet. The label's been created, but that's about it. So yeah, I'll be waiting on that one for a while. So until that comes in, I think besides that, I have no other books coming in for the month of April. So I figured I'd go ahead and share with you guys. And ones that I did get so far in April. I keep saying April way too many times. But anyways, let's get into this book haul, shall we? We're going to start with the first three that I've got. Because these, I won a bingo challenge that Lindsay from She's Booked and Busy started last year. And it just ended, and I was a lucky winner. So she gifted me some books off of my wish list that I really wanted since I won the bingo challenge. And so I'm excited to share with you guys the books that I got from Lindsay. I got Don't Fall in Love with Me by Paige Toon. I absolutely love Paige Toon's writing. Everything I've read from her has been like 4 or 5 stars. Actually, I think they've all been 5 stars, really. Only Love Can Hurt Like This was my first book from her. Absolutely loved it. 5 Years From Now was my top tier favorite of hers. I also read 7 Summers I also absolutely loved. And then I wanted to read more books from her, and this was her newest release. This one recently just came out. So I'm excited to have another Paige Toon book. I can't wait to dive into this one and see if I'm going to love it as much as I loved the other ones I read from her. So I'm stoked for that. And then the next book... Oh, this is not the book that I got from her. What am I doing? Hold on. We'll put this aside for a second. Alright, we'll do this one first. So the next book that I got from her was The Escape Game by Marissa Meyer and Tamara Moss. I am so excited to read this. This has all my buzzwords. Reality TV, escape rooms, murder mystery. I mean, all the things. And it says it's 6 months ago, season 4, The Escape Game ended in horror when contestant Alicia Angelos was found murdered on set. Now season 5 is underway, and new contestants are ready to put their skills to the test, solving the show's trickiest escape rooms. So we got a whole bunch of people in this. Sierra, the girl who got away with her sister's murder, or so everyone believes, but Sierra's not just here to win, she's here for justice. They're trying to find out who really killed Alicia Angelos. And I am stoked to read this. I just filmed my May TBR. This is on it, and I cannot wait to read this. And let me pull out the other one that Lindsay got for me off my list. Lindsay also got me The Auction by Sadie Kincaid. I cannot wait to read this. I know this is a mafia romance, like a dark mafia romance. And this has a stunning cover. I love this cover so much. And these sprayed edges are really pretty. And these end pages are nice. Let me just show you real quick. I love this. It's the same on the other side. And this hardcover is also really pretty. I love the foiling. So I am very excited to read this. I'm not sure how soon I'll get to it, but I really do want to read this. So I'm hoping maybe during the summer I could finally get to this book. Alright, and then the next book I also grabbed for myself, which is also on my May TBR, so watch that video if you haven't yet. Once it goes up, I'm not sure which video is going up first, my TBR or this haul, but one way or the other you'll get to watch it. But I got Pieces of the Night by Jennifer Hartman. I have never read a book from her before, but I really want to. She has some other books that I want to get to, but this one's her newest release, and it has to deal with music, which makes me excited because anything that has to do with music, I am all over, and I cannot wait to read it. I heard her books like tear you apart and make you cry, so I guess I'm ready for a good cry because it's on my May TBR. And I am very much excited to finally read this book. I mean, this is a new release, so it's not like I'm finally getting to it, but I am excited to read it nonetheless. So this is going to be a fun one, and we'll see if this makes me cry or not, because I very rarely cry at books. So we'll see. Put this back there. Alright, next book I picked up for myself. I got on sale on Amazon for $6.50. And that is Silverborn, which is the last book of the Mystery of the Morgan Crow series. The first book is Nevermore. I loved Nevermore. My sister bought me books 2 and 3, and this is the 4th book. I have not yet read books 2 and 3, but I want to go back and reread the first one so I could try and read through the series. This is the last book of the series. I don't think there's any more after this one as far as I know. I mean, I could be wrong, so I don't know. But I don't want to talk about this particular book in length because it's the 4th book of a series. But I do really want to get to it, so I'm going to have to go back and like start from the beginning again because there's stuff I forgot, but I really do want to read. So I'll have to go back and read the books that my sister got me and start from the beginning again, and then before I could get to this one. But I'm excited that I got this on sale for only $6.50. So that's a pretty good steal. And then the next book that I got for myself was from Target. I got The Verdant Cage by Jess Lowry. This is a dystopian thriller. And that's what sold me right there. Dystopian and thriller. I have never seen a dystopian book that does not have romance. Ever. I don't think this has romance at all. I mean, it has really cool sprayed edges. I love the green and the black. And I also really like this cover. And I also like these end pages. Here, let me show you what it looks like. And all these apothecary jars is really cool. And all I know is that it's dystopian and it's a thriller. And that's all I need to know. I love thrillers. I love dystopian. Put the two together. Sounds like the perfect book for me. However, I will tell you guys a little bit about what it says because I truly don't know anything about this book. It says, the wall was built to keep them safe, or so they thought. For as long as 17-year-old apothecary Rose Allgood can remember, the towering stone wall surrounding Noah's Valley has protected her people. No one leaves, no one fights, and no one questions why. But their paradise has been hiding its thorns. When Rose's mother becomes the valley's first murder victim and her twin brother is swiftly condemned, she alone is searching for the killer. Determined to find the truth and forced to ally with the son of her nemesis to solve the crime, Rose follows a trail of hidden messages, forbidden knowledge, and whispers of a past no one dares remember. The deeper she digs, the more certain Rose becomes that her mother's death was no accident, that the wall isn't just keeping something out, it's keeping something in. And I'm sold. And on the back it says, we are not what we seem. I'm excited for this book. It's actually not as long as I thought it was going to be when I got it. Let me see how many pages it actually is. 371 pages, I think? Yeah, 300. So it's less than 400 pages. So I feel like I could definitely read this fairly quickly. I am so excited to read this book. I'm hoping I could get to this over the summer. Alright, next one I got is actually a very short book. It's a choose your own adventure book that Frida McFadden did called The Dinner Party. It's very short, but it has 20 possible endings. And I know somebody who recently read this, and she said, it gets crazy up in here. She said something about an abominable snowman. And I'm like, oh, interesting. One of the residents that lives here, her and her mom, they read Frida McFadden books. And I got some of my Frida McFadden books from them, actually. But this one is like a choose your own adventure that Frida recently came out with. And because I no longer have KU, I can't access Kindle Unlimited anymore since I canceled that subscription. But I figured it's easier to read choose your own adventure books when they're paperback anyways. It's easier to flip through the pages than it is to try to do so on a Kindle anyhow. But I am excited to try, see what Frida's got in store for us. I know recently she actually revealed her real name and what she really looks like. Her first name is actually Sarah, not Frida. But I guess it's like a pen name for her. But I'm excited to give this Choose Your Own Adventure a go. I might try to put this on the card actually because it's really short. I could get this done in like a couple of hours. Alright, next book we got is No Matter What by Kara Bastone. I have not read a single book from this author yet. However, this book has been making its rounds on BookTube. Everyone, like so many people that I watch have been adding this book to their TBRs, and my bestie Karina loves this author. And when I told her that I got this, she was so excited for me. So I'm hoping this will be good. I know it's about a marriage in trouble, and that's all I need to know. I read Before I Let Go by Candy Ryan, which also deals with a marriage in trouble, and absolutely loved it. So I feel like marriage in trouble books are perfect for me to read. And really, that's all I need to know about this. I feel like I'm really going to like this book. At least I'm really hoping. And it has like springy vibes, like with the flowers and bushes and trees on the cover. I might put this on the card as well because I really do want to read this book. It sounds like something I could really like. And if I love this book, I might want to read her backlist. So I think I'm going to throw this onto my card as well. I mean, I've never read Kara Bastone before, so I'm hoping this will be a hit. I'm very excited for this. Alright, next book I have is Japanese Gothic by Kylie Lee Baker. So I have never read this author before also. However, this is historical and paranormal. Two things I really, really love. There's ghosts in this book. And there's samurais. I'm like, I need this book. And there's a dual timeline. And I love books with dual timeline. We have October 2026. And we have October 1877. And the samurai is in 1877. And there's ghosts. It says one of these people is a ghost, and one of these stories is a lie. Something is hiding beneath the house of sword ferns, and Lee and Sen will soon wish they never unburied it. And I just feel like this is going to be I'm predicting this is going to be 5 stars. I am not going to predicting 5 stars. But I have a feeling this one will be. Because I've never read Kylie Lee Baker before. I do want to try her other books, but this one just spoke to me. I mean, look at this cover. I mean, just look at it. Gorgeous. And it has all the gothic feels just from looking at this cover. I just feel like this is going to be the perfect book for me. I honestly cannot wait for this book. I mean, I cannot wait to dive into it. I think I'm going to put this on the cart. I'm going to try and get this on my June TBR if at all possible because I desperately want to read this. I mean, technically I should wait till October because this takes place in October. But I feel like I need to read it sooner. It just feels like it's calling to me. I mean, Kylie Baker in the past has done like fantasy, historical fantasy kind of thing. This is her first horror. And I just feel like this is going to be a great book. I just have this feeling like if I can read this sooner than June, I will. I mean, I have a stacked TBR for May already. But if I can fit this in before then, I will. Just because I really want to get my hands on this and read it. Like, I so badly want to read it. I might put this on my TBR or throw it on with the rest of my TBR anyways, in case I get a chance to read it. Because I really do want to get to this so badly. So we'll see. And then the next one, actually the next 2 books I have already read. Let's go with the one that I bought myself first. And that is The Rights of the Starling by Daphne Perry. This is book 2. This is a sequel to Shield of Sparrows. I read Shield of Sparrows last year and really enjoyed that. I gave Shield of Sparrows 4 stars. And then as soon as I bought this book, I picked it up and started reading it like immediately. So it was a very majorly anticipated read for me as well, and I really wanted to get into it. I was reading with some other friends from Just Romance Fiction's Patreon that I'm in, and a bunch of them were all reading it, so I wanted to read it with them. So I went ahead and started reading it with them as soon as I got this. And it also has really pretty like sprayed edges, which I really like. And it matches Shield of Sparrows. And then it has these end pages, which I think is really pretty. And I think it's the same on the other side, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, same on the other side. And the hardback has this gold foiling on it, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. And because I already read this, I think I gave this like a 3.5. I rated it up to a 4 on GoodReads, but in my opinion, it was more of a 3.5 star for me. It just didn't feel like it was, maybe, or was it a 3 star? I can't remember if it was a 3 or 3.5, somewhere around there. But it didn't quite measure up to me to Shield of Sparrows from last year. It was okay. I predicted most of the ending from early on. But it wasn't a bad book by any means. I just didn't love it. There was a lot of traveling in this book, and anyone who knows me or has been watching my channel for a while knows that I'm not a fan of traveling books. Or too much traveling, I should say. So it wasn't bad. I just wasn't crazy about it. I felt like book 1 was a little bit better. However, I do want to continue the series, so when the 3rd book comes out next year, I will read it, just because I'm curious to see how it ends. I'm hoping the 3rd book, when it comes out next year, will be better. We will see how it goes. And then the last book I got in this haul is also one I've already read. It was my favorite book of last year. My bestie, NJ, I call her NJ or Jess, she gifted me the Fairy Loot copy of this, which is A Language of Dragons by S.F. Williamson. When she said she was willing to give this Fairy Loot edition to me, I was ecstatic. Not only is this absolutely gorgeous, but it was my favorite book of last year. And I needed to own this copy. So this will be going on my spinning shelf in the living room because of how pretty it is. I need to show it off. I mean, look at this cover. Stunning. And then on the back it says, every fire starts with a single spark. And it has these really pretty sprayed edges. And there's a solid color on the top, solid color on the bottom. But I love like the way they did the castle and the castle. It's not really a castle, but like a tower and a dragon on the side. I just feel like that's so cool. Then on the inside, look at these end pages. Holy freaking cow, that's stunning. I am in love. And then these end pages, holy freaking cow again. I am also very much in love with this book. Gorgeous. And then, not only that, let me show you something else. Or a couple of other something else's. There is a reverse dust jacket that looks like this. Stunning. 2 words. Stunning. Gorgeous. And then, not only that, but check out the actual hardback. I cannot get enough of this hardback. I mean, amazing. And it continues like through the spine and to the back. Again, stunning. 2 words. Stunning. I cannot get enough of this book. If you like historical fiction and you like fantasy with dragons, I highly recommend this book. It is YA. There is no spice. But it is action-packed. And if you like languages of any kind, you have to read this book. And my camera is almost about to die. So let's hurry this up. This one's the last book of this haul. So that is everything we have for this book haul. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, give me a huge thumbs up. If you got this far into the video, you don't feel like being chatty, why don't you leave me a dragon for A Language of Dragons because of how much I need people to read this book. After filming my original haul video, a few more actually popped in before April actually ended. And one of which was one of the gifts that my bestie Lindsay, who she is booked and busy, got me. Another one from her came through after I filmed the original video. So let me share with you that one extra gift that I got from Lindsay, which is Fable for the End of the World by Ava Reed. I've been trying to collect her books, like all of her books, except for A Study in Drowning and that duology. I'm not sure why I've been collecting all of her books, because that one book I did read from her was a 3-star. However, I feel like all of her other ones seem right up my alley, and I feel like I'm going to love those even more. So yeah, I've been collecting the rest of her books. Slowly but steadily. And this was on my list, and Lindsay gifted it to me, so I could also get to it. So, when it originally came out, it had like special sprayed edges. However, I think they ran out of those because these are now the standard copies. Which is sad that they ran out of the sprayed edges ones, because I was hoping they would still have them. Unfortunately, they ran out, and there's no more. Unless, you know, I happen to love this so much, I want to find one of those, and then I could try Pango Books, if that happens. Or Book Outlet, whatever one has the sprayed edges. But I want to read it first to see if I love it enough to get that special copy. So I am slowly but steadily collecting all of Ava Reed's books. And she already announced a new book comes out in the fall of 2026 that I also want to read. So somehow, some way, I will be reading all of Ava Reed's books at some point, because they all sound so good. So thank you, Lindsay, for all of your gifts. I can't wait to read them. And then 3 more came in. These next 3 were actually gifts from my fiance, Ray. He managed to snag an Amazon gift card from somebody. So he got me some books with that gift card, which was super nice. So thank you so much, Ray. The first one being Bluebird Gold by Devney Perry. I have read Indigo Ridge, which was a 3-star. I have read Shield of Sparrows, which was a 4. And Rise of the Starling, which was like a 3.5. So I want to try another book of hers. This is one of her recent ones, to determine if I should keep reading her books. Because she's been average for me. She hasn't been like an outstanding author. However, this one is not just a regular romance. This is historical with, I think, a little bit of romance and a mystery. It takes place in 1983, where a woman's search for the truth about her father's death entangles her with a small-town sheriff and a legend of lost Montana gold. So, because I love historical fiction, I'm hoping this will be a home run, because it's kind of different from some of her other books. She has not dove into historical fiction yet, as far as I know. So I'm hoping this will decide if I continue reading her books, because this one sounds really, really good, and I'm hoping I am going to love it. And then the next one that he got for me was Riftborn by Greenwich and Lennox, which is a duo author. And I've been hearing really great things about this series. I know you're supposed to read them in publication order, and this is the first one. Somehow I managed to snag an indie copy before it got picked up traditionally. So I'm hoping I could do the same with the rest of the books before they get picked up. So I might have to read this soon, because if I love it, I'm going to want to get the rest in the indie copies before they get picked up. Because if I end up not liking it, I won't need to get the rest. But I've been hearing great things about this series in general all over BookTube and Instagram. So I want to try it for myself and see what I think. It sounds really, really good. It says 20 years after a rebellion branded her an outcast, Fia Riftborn navigates a city rife with prejudice so deep it's often deadly. But she harbors a secret, one that would paint an even larger target on her back. A hidden power within her is growing, threatening to destroy everything she's built for herself. Enter Enter the elusive city general Lyric Ashford, who is building a unit of powerful wielders within the guard to face a growing threat. Wraiths of darkness devour the western border, leaving a trail of death and destruction in their wake. When Fia's power erupts and 2 daughters of nobility are seemingly dead, General Ashford offers her a chilling choice: join the city guard or face execution, because Fia might be the only hope for the Isle's survival. Torn between surrendering to the chaos or becoming a weapon for those who took everything from her, Fia must confront her growing feelings for the general and face a dark truth that could shatter everything she's ever known. And that just sounds so amazing. So I'm really hoping I'm going to love this. So when it gets picked up traditionally, I could get one of those copies. So I don't know how long they're going to have the indie copies for. So I might have to try and read this like ASAP before they actually get picked up. Maybe June. We'll see if I can get this in the June TBR somehow. Because if I love this, I want to get the rest in the indie copies. Before, well, it depends. Because it really depends on how I feel about this book. So, either indie copied or traditionally published, I don't know. I know this is the first one. Duskbound is the second. And then they have a spin-off called The Ascended that you're supposed to read after Duskbound. So there's a third book in this series coming out. But you have to read that after The Ascended, I believe. So, yeah, it's like publication order that you have to read them in. So, I am excited to get to this really, really soon, hopefully. Maybe I'll see if I can fit this onto my TBR cart somehow. Make some room for it. Because I really do want to try and get to this one very, very soon. So, maybe I'll put it right here. Yep, there's room. So, right on the cart it goes. And then the last book that Ray got for me is Fairy Tale by Veronica Lancet. The reason I've been wanting to read this for so long. And then I got the ARC for her new book that's coming out later this year in the fall, which is called Sinister. And before I get to Sinister, I kind of want to try Fairy Tale first. All I really know is that it's historical. It takes place in 1955. And I believe it's supposed to have some gothic feel to it. And I've been really into my gothic books lately. So I'm really hoping I am going to love this. It sounds so interesting. I've been hearing amazing things about this book. And it's a standalone. And there's like 730 pages. It's a long book. I mean, she is chunky. But I really do want to try it before I get to my arc of Sinister by her. And unfortunately, when this came to me, this cover was bent. I used rift porn to lay on top of it to straighten out the cover a little bit. And I think that helped a little bit. Because it's a little bit more flat now. But you might still be able to see like the indent, sort of, like right here. It goes across because it came bent. I was not happy about that. Ray was like, you should return it and get yourself a new copy. And I'm like, but I don't want to have to physically go and send it back. I'm just that lazy. So, you know, we'll see what I think about this book. And then if I decide I love it, I will try and replace this copy with a different copy. Because, you know, if it's a slightly bent cover and I end up loving it, or if I don't end up loving it, I can just give it away. Because my friend Barbie I've been giving her a lot of my books lately. Because she's trying to start her own library in her house. So whatever I end up deciding to unhaul, I've been giving them all to her. So I don't know a whole lot about this except that it's gothic and historical. And I think there's a romance. Yeah, because she falls deeper and deeper under his spell. So that should be interesting. I'm excited to get to this. Don't know when I will, because it's a chunky book. But maybe I'll save it for the fall. Because I feel like this would be perfect for fall time. I mean, the quote on the back says, "I might be evil personified, where you're the only one it'll ever be good to. Which has me under its spell, that's for sure. So I am excited to try this and see if I love it. I'm really hoping I will. I mean, yes, this would be perfect for the fall, but also Sinister comes out in the fall, and I want to read this before Sinister. Maybe this will be like an August book. August, September, going into that time frame. I think Sinister comes out in October, and I want to read this before then. So I will try and get to this as soon as I possibly can. Maybe in a few months, August, September time, right before her new book comes out. Because I do want to read Sinister, because Sinister sounds really good as well. So this will be my first foray into Veronica Lancet. I think this is her only book so far. So I'm excited to see how this one goes. And that is all the gifts and all the books that I have received in the month of April. So if you've read any of these and you think I'm going to love them, please let me know in the comments if you love them, or if you have any other thoughts on these books. I would love to know that as well. And if you got this far into the video and you don't feel like being chatty, why don't you leave me a... What should you leave me? How about something spooky for Fairy Tale and for Japanese Gothic? Maybe a skull? That could work. Could be good for the Gothic vibes. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you loved this video. If you did, make sure you give me a huge thumbs up. If you want to see more bookish content from me, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you all next time.